So sometimes it's very important we tell ourselves a few home truths. I had a conversation with a friend today, and basically, what we were talking about, or what I was talking about to her, was about the three money lies we tell ourselves. The three money lies most people tell themselves that make them end up being broke at the end of the day. Sorry, guys, I'm just close from work, so I'm on my way home. Now, there's so many things about these misconceptions that make a lot of people end up having the inability to be able to save money and take care of themselves financially at the end of the day. Now, whether you are a salary earner, a business entrepreneur, or you're working in, you have your own business, or you're earning salary, or you have side hustles, there are so many factors that will being able to be financially free, financially take care of themselves. And I discovered three lies that stop people from actually, getting to that level of financial freedom. And the very first one that I discovered, of course, during my career, especially as a financial analyst and advisor, is the lie of if I earn more, I will be able to save more. If I have more money, I will be able to do more things. But trust me, I've been there. Earning more doesn't necessarily actualize to you being able to do more things. Most times when you're earning more money, if you don't have the ability to save from little, then it becomes very difficult to be able to save from more. So very typical cases, if you are earning a particular amount of money, say a $50 every month, and for some reason maybe your lifestyle is not actually at par with what you're earning. But the truth is, you need to be able to fine-tune your budgeting, your spending capacity. You just need to find a way to be able to balance it all. So that's part of the issues people face. One of the lies being, if I earn more, I can do more. Just a minute. Yes. Sorry. Sorry is usually very inconveniencing when you're going home and having to do two things at the same time. So yes, so like I was saying, one of the lies is if I earn more, I can save more. I remember while starting my career, I wasn't able to save as much. And even what I thought I was saving, to me at the time, felt so small and didn't make any sense. And then I got a promotion, and which I know it's typical, especially with salary earners. They usually believe that if they have more money, they can save more. But most times, it's all about having financial discipline. It's all about being disciplined. Once you itemize your expenses, once you understand what you're spending for and why you're spending every month, of course, being able to budget and prioritize what is important to you and what is not important, then it's easier for you to decide how you're going to save. But nevertheless, these are just part of the lies sometimes we tell ourselves, and this cross across board. Anyone, when I mean anyone, any industry, whether you're a salary earner, whether you are a business person, whether you're an entrepreneur, no matter how much you earn, you need to have enough financial discipline to save money. Don't get it twisted. Don't be deceived. You need to have financial discipline. As little as whatever it is you are earning, if you can't save from that little, even when you're earning a lot of money, you will still find it difficult to when you're really earning so much money. And I find when I have conversations with professionals, with business-minded people, with entrepreneurs, with salary earners, one of the most difficult things people find to do is to be able to save. It's just very simple. Saving is actually easier than most people think. A simple formula is once you gain or get your salary or any source of income it is that you have, you just remove a little piece out of it. I mean, there's so many theories. Some say 5%, some say 10%, some say 20%. I mean, it just depends on what your own financial plans are. But this is where budgeting comes in. You need to have a budget. You need to have an idea of what is important for you at every point in time. So if let's say you pay your rent every month, or you pay your rent every 6 months, or you pay your rent once a year, you need to be able to get a portion of your salary every month and save it separately for your rent. So this is what they call financial planning, is what they call forecasting, planning ahead. So you don't wait till a rainy day or to when you're in trouble before you now start looking for monies to be able to take care of yourself. So this another planning strategy, another saving strategy is having what they call an emergency fund. So there are different kinds. You can have like 5 bank accounts. Normally when I'm giving people financial strategy, I tell them to have at least a minimum of 3 bank accounts, but ideally 3 to 5 bank accounts. And what you can do with those bank accounts is one of the bank accounts should be for your emergency fund savings. Always have a specialized account you saved for an emergency, for a rainy day. Then you should have another bank account that takes care of your day-to-day living expenses. So the reason why I'm telling you all this is because of the topic I'm trying to talk about today, which is the 3 money lies that kind of like misleads a lot of people and holds people down to be able to save enough money. So no matter how much you earn, the basics is have more than one bank account serving different purposes. And the most important of the bank accounts you need to have to save your money is your emergency funds, your investment funds, and of course, you know, I'm always big on when don't save your money in the bank. You never get enough interest when you leave your monies in the bank. You don't make enough money when you leave your money. So when I'm talking about making money in the bank, when you get paid your salary, I see people leave their monies in their bank account. You don't get any interest when you do that. You need to have specialized investments. Either you can invest in stockbroking accounts, you can invest in ETF funds, you can invest in agricultural products or agricultural farming, you can invest in palm oil or local products, you can invest in other people's businesses. You don't necessarily need to start your own business. All you need to do is just to invest in as much. Well, of course, you need to understand the risk involved in those businesses. If you don't understand the risk involved in those businesses, you could be investing in a scam. So you have to do your own research, right? So at the end of every month, once you get paid your salary, the first thing you should do is pay yourself from the salary. Okay, I know this might sound a bit weird. I mean, like, why do I need to pay myself if I've been paid a salary? But it's very, very important and very basic financial planning to first of all save a certain amount of money. First, by paying yourself. Second, save in your emergency fund. Third, save in your expense account. Expense account is the account that takes care of your day-to-day expenses. And then the fourth one would be your investments, right? I'll take that again. Anytime you get paid your salaries, see, no matter how little, it could be $1, it could be $2, just save something, because most wealthy people work with compounding interest. Wealth grows after a length of time. So there's nothing, all those quick rich schemes, sometimes they don't really work out. So you have to cultivate financial discipline by making sure you have, no matter the country you are in, whether you are in the US, or you're in the UK, or you're in India, you know, any European country, whatever country it is you are in, this is just basic financial knowledge. Have several bank accounts and make sure that each of the bank accounts has something it is doing for you. Basically, saving. Primary focus of this discussion is saving. Hi Ademola, you're a Nigerian. Interested? Yes, obviously I know you said that because of the Nigerian accent. Pleasure meeting you, Ademola. Where are you watching from? What part of Nigeria are you watching from? Person rushed in. What part of Nigeria are you watching from? What are you saying? Where am I going? I'm coming from work and I'm going home. Yes, I was having a discussion. Oh, you're a young girl. How old are you? Good evening. Who's Jolade?
Come and get your bag.
He's coming. So yes, so I was talking about, sorry, I had to quickly step out. So I was talking about the basic money lies that so many people tend to talk about, and part of all these things affects people in being able to planning, budgeting for their finance, and making sure that they have savings at the end of the day. And I was talking about Joy Obehi. Ademola, you're 10. What are you doing? Okay. Anyway, well, I mean, YouTube, everyone has access to YouTube now. It's nice to meet you. Joy Obehi, where are you watching from? Yes, so another money lie that usually people talk about is, oh, I deserve this, I work hard, I don't need to save money, I don't need to work for money. All I need to do is spend. I work so hard, so careful. I work so hard, so I don't really no, I didn't have it. I work so hard, so I don't need to. Why do I need to save money? But most people don't realize that financial empowerment starts with you, first of all, understanding what money can do for you. That is very critical, very important. And when I mean obviously, what does financial empowerment mean? When your money empowers you to be able to achieve the things you want to achieve. It's just basic financial knowledge. And any financial analyst, anybody that is into the money markets, anyone that's into financial analysis, anyone even on YouTube or any aspect of social media that is into money, that understands how money works, will always tell you that investing and saving are two very crucial aspects of becoming wealthy, of being able to manage your finance. No matter how good you are with business, no matter how good you are at your job, you cannot grow rich on your salary alone. No matter how much you get paid, if all you do is to work, earn money, and keep the money, then getting wealthy will be a bit of a problem. One of the very important things you need to note is that once you get paid, I keep saying that and I'll keep saying it, is ensure you have various types of bank accounts. You save your money, invest your money. You have investments that mature monthly. You have investments that mature 6 months. You have investments that can run for you for a year. You could go into real estate. You can invest in real estate. You can invest invest in stock, you could invest in trades, you could invest in agri. There's so many kinds of investments you can do if you're not sure of what to do with your monies, right? So that mentality, that myth of saying I don't get paid enough, so how am I going to save money? It's a lie, because if you start with little, then you can expand to more. So you basically have to start from somewhere, right? So if you have the discipline to save from $50, $100, then you should be able to have the discipline to save from much more. It's just basic. You don't need to do, it's not rocket science. So another part of the money lies that a lot of people, the money traps that a lot of people fall into, is saying, oh, I'm earning more money now, I've worked so hard, so I need to spend hard. And that is a very big trap. If you're working so hard and you're earning a lot of money, it only makes basic sense in finance that once you're earning more money, then you need to invest more. Now, I'm not saying you can't afford to enjoy your monies, to take care of yourself, go out, do whatever it is you want to do. But you also have to understand that money comes, you work so hard for money, but it's so easy to spend it and lose it all. And then you have to realize that even as little as $1 can work a lot of magic for you, right? Then another trap people fall into is many people think that if they earn so much of money, then their problems will stop. But I don't know if you've heard of that saying, more money, more problems. I mean, the rich also cry. I mean, those that have a lot of money, they have their own issues. But we're not talking about their emotional problems here. We're talking about money problems. So the real issue is many times high earners. I've seen people that are earning so much, thousands of dollars, but they're still unable to keep that money well. Like they're unable to save, they're unable to do anything realistic. You still see them broke at the end of the month. And why? Because they have very bad lifestyle. They spend much more than what they earn. They don't have systems, they don't have structure. Money needs structure, finance needs structure. And then of course they do a lot of emotional spending, they don't have financial clarity. And you have to understand, the same way we as human beings have boundaries with human beings, with our friends, with our family, you also need to create boundaries with money. And what do I mean by creating boundaries with money? You have to understand when to spend, how to spend, and what to spend on. I repeat, when you're creating boundaries with money, you have to be able to realize when to spend, how to spend, and what to spend on. Very crucial, very important. If you don't have money structure in place, remember at the beginning of this session I said when you get paid your salary, you should have a minimum of 3 to 5 bank accounts, separate bank accounts that you put in money into for different purposes. For your emergency funds, for your investments, for your running your day-to-day expenses, and of course, maybe if you have some sort of premium insurance that you're running. These are the basic way. All you just need to do is to start small, and as your income increases, then you increase your saving capacity or whatever it is you're saving. But the summary of it all is when you can do this over a stretch of time, say over a few years, then I'm not talking about you winning a lottery here. I mean, those are one-off cases and not everyone is that lucky. But once you are able to save money and invest in the right places, for instance, you can get a stockbroker and find the best type of stocks to invest your funds in. Of course, you have people that talk about cryptocurrency and all that, but I basically don't really talk too much about digital currency because they have their level of risk. There's so many risks when it comes to investing money. So you need to be able to understand what level of risk can I take for an investment. So I'm not preaching crypto here. I'm not trying to call specific names for investments, but what you need to understand is that when it comes to managing your finance, when it comes to managing your wealth, when it comes to managing your money, you should have separate kind of accounts your income goes into. You should make your money work for you, not just by saving it in the bank and acquiring more and more and more and more money and just staring at it. You need to make money work for you, and the only way money can work for you is by investing. I don't know why little children on the road, this is really not normal. How can they do this?
No police, no nothing.
What?
I said no police, no nothing.
Right, there's no they're supposed to have security here or some. And what are they doing anyway? So, hey guys, I mean, that's the summary of everything we're trying to say today. You need to save smart, earn smart. I'm going to be talking about in the coming days. I'm going to be going live telling you about different kind of businesses you can do to earn money. Safe legal businesses now, not scams. I'm talking about businesses that can actually legit help you make money. I'm talking about farming. I'm talking about stock exchange. I'm talking about different kind of businesses, how to run your businesses effectively, how to earn income, passive income. I'm big on passive income. I mean, skills that you need to help you to become financially capable, financially free. Ghostwriting. There's so many things you can do actually that can help you to be financially free. Sorry about that. There's some sort of event going on the way. So those are the kind of conversations we're going to be having in the coming days. And if you're just joining, please don't forget to like and follow and subscribe to my channel. My name is Dr. Ish, and the name of my channel is Finance with Dr. Ish. I will be trying my best to share with you financial tips on how to make money legitimately, manage your money, and of course, invest your money wisely with little or no cost. So guys, I'm almost home. I will be seeing you tomorrow. Take care, and if you have any questions, please feel free to drop on any of my videos. Bye.